guests, partners, and friends. I'm Deepali Khanna, Head of Asia at the Rockefeller Foundation. I'm in the Philippines right now for work, so I regret not being able to join you in person. I would like to express my gratitude to the Climate Asia team who have allowed me the honor of sharing my insights with you through this message. The theme of this gathering, accelerating climate action, bridging the gap from dialogue to action, couldn't be more aligned with the Rockefeller Foundation's priorities. Climate crisis is the defining challenge of our generation, and its impact are no longer a distant threat, but a devastating reality, especially close to home in Asia. The crisis demands not just immediate, but bold and transformative actions. In this daunting challenge lies an unparalleled opportunity for global unity, leadership, and collaboration. The battle against climate change demands a cohesive effort, one that spans across continents, societies, and economies. It is only through our collective endeavor, uniting governments, the private sector, philanthropies, civil society, and communities at large, that we can chart a course towards tackling the climate crisis. A pivotal moment in this journey was the historic agreement by world leaders at COP28 to transition away from fossil fuels. This transition, among other vital steps, must be synonymous with pathways for human progress and development. To advance human opportunity and reverse the climate crisis, the Rockefeller Foundation is making a big bet, investing $1 billion over the next 5 years. This investment aims to overhaul 4 critical systems, rendering them more equitable, sustainable, and capable of attracting further investment, which is truly the need of the hour. Our initiatives will span from accelerating the transition to renewable energy, revolutionizing food systems, advancing health innovations in response to climate change, to unlocking the trillions of dollars in financing required to combat climate change in an equitable manner. A cornerstone of our strategy is the acknowledgement that the pursuit of gender equality is fundamentally intertwined with effective climate action. It's starkly evident that climate change disproportionately burdens women, girls, and marginalized communities. Gender norms perpetuate unequal access to resources, land, and decision-making power, exponentially increasing women's vulnerability to climate impacts. In regions plagued by fragility and conflict, where climate change intensifies food and water scarcity, women face more health risks and heightened exposure to gender-based violence. Environmental degradation and the competition over natural resources often precipitate climate migration and forced displacement, placing the most vulnerable in even greater distress. Despite these adversities, women are inherently poised to lead climate solutions. Their roles in community-level resource management position them as pivotal figures in the adaptation process. From maintaining the mini-grids to practicing regenerative agriculture, women's meaningful participation can catalyze greater economic empowerment, augment decision-making power, and foster climate-resilient communities. Yet, the path to leveraging women's full potential in climate action, as we all know, is filled with systemic barriers. Women are underrepresented in climate decision-making roles. They face significant obstacles in climate-smart agriculture and are often denied access to vital technologies, information, and capital. The inadequacy of international frameworks in addressing the gender-climate nexus, coupled with a lack of gender-responsive climate financing mechanisms, further compounds these challenges. Alarmingly, a mere 0.01% of funding worldwide supports projects that concurrently tackle climate change and women's rights. You heard it right, it's just 0.01%. The more fragile a country's status, the lesser the climate finance it receives. Shouldn't it be just the other way around? It should be, but isn't. Existing financing opportunities, often entangled in complex application and reporting requirements, remain largely inaccessible to women-led organizations. The connections between gender, climate, and security have never been more apparent, yet the journey towards inclusive climate action and centering women in the just transition remains long and difficult. The Global Gender Gap Report by the World Economic Forum stated that it would take 131 years to close the gap. Let that sink in. 131 years, not in our lifetime. Despite the gloom, I'm optimistic. Together, I know we can accelerate progress. As we delve into today's discussions, I urge us all to commit to weaving these perspectives into our action plans and strategies. Embracing a feminist approach opens the door not just to combating climate change, but to advancing gender equality and unlocking economic opportunities for all. I extend my deepest thanks for your unwavering dedication to this cause and for the opportunity to share these thoughts with you. Let us transform our dialogue into decisive, meaningful action. Thank you.